A lot of business owners want to use video, but they don't really know which type of video will work for their business. So we'll get into that in this video. First, let's talk about the two types of video footage that you can get. One is A-roll, which means you're talking, and so like what I'm doing right now is an A-roll video where I am talking to the camera, I'm the subject. A lot of times we call it talking head video online. Second is B-roll videos, which are just shots, and I'll put some up here as I'm speaking about it, but they're just different shots of the scene or the surroundings, or just kind of to give some context. So I recommend using a mixture of both A-roll videos, talking head videos, and B-roll videos. For me personally, I like on my short form videos, I mostly do B-roll videos and then I use a voiceover on top of that, or I put like screen on text, and I'll show you some examples of that now. I will be getting into how to actually film in the next video, so be sure to subscribe so that you can learn how to do it. My goal really is to help business owners who don't have a steep budget to hire a marketing team, or maybe they're just starting out, or if you've never had a social media manager, I recommend doing it yourself first. That's why I'm creating videos, so you can do it yourself. So if that's interesting to you, make sure you subscribe, and I'll be sharing that later this week. I think every business can benefit from talking head videos. So if you're a realtor, you can answer questions. Get on the camera just like you're doing here. Instead of filming it horizontally like I am, you would film it vertically. So you could prop up your phone and take a video answering questions that people typically have. So the realtor, you could do a video about talking about what can make the curb appeal of your house better, make it better for the market, whatever. If you're a restaurant owner, you can get on video and talk about the story behind your restaurant, which I definitely recommend. The most important thing for your business is to show your face. So what are some types of videos that every business owner can make? One, you can make videos sharing the backstory. There's a book I love called How to Build a Story Brand by Donald Miller, I believe. In that book, he really gets into how people respond to story. So the more you can incorporate your own story in your videos, the better. The more people will trust you, like you, come to know you, know your business, know the why behind your business. So let's go through some examples. So if you're a coach or a realtor, or you're an author, or you do social media management, you have a service-based business, show yourself talking on video so you can answer questions. I'll get into that later, like how to find the pain point of your audience. But in general, you could go to Reddit, search a thread. Say you're a digital marketer, you could go to Reddit, see what kind of questions people have, and then answer the questions people have. Use their words, because it really helps them to know, oh, this person understands me. They're not just trying to get the masses, they really want to help me. So as much as you can, always speak in their words. So if you're a restaurant, or you have a micro bakery, or you sell beaded bracelets, I would not recommend using talking head videos like this as your main source of videos that you create. For you, I would recommend doing a lot of B-roll videos, or recording yourself in the process. So you make teddy bears out of people who have passed away, their clothes, so you can record yourself making the teddy bear. Just record it, set up a little tripod, record the scene, and then later add a voiceover telling the story about this person. I just lost my mother last year, and I was looking into people to make a teddy bear. I never ended up doing it, but they could say, you know, my client, her mother passed away, and she asked me to turn some of her favorite clothes into a teddy bear. And so I really wanted to capture her mother. She said she was really outgoing and she liked colorful things and she loved gardenia. So in order to create this teddy bear for her to capture her mother, you know, I did this and I did this and here's the final product. It doesn't have to be a long video, but the people who need your service will see that and go, I really appreciate that. If you have a restaurant, you could also record B-roll videos of people eating or the chef making somebody's meal, and either do a voiceover over that or put a trending sound. One of the things you can film are behind the scenes. So either you making the product, whether say you make bracelets, record that. Or you have a chef who makes your raviolis, record that. Or you're an author and you just printed a book, so you can show behind the scenes of, you know, you going to the manufacturer, picking it up, being so excited for it. Show behind the scenes. That really helps people to know that you're a human behind your business. So a lot of people just kind of want to post the end product. Like, I have a flower shop, and so they show you all the weekly flowers they have available. But what would be more impactful is to see them setting up those flowers, to see them getting a shipment of flowers. There are ways to use your B-roll videos. You could do like some shots and then put a trending sound behind it.
I'm on top of the world.
You could also do some B-roll videos mesh together and put the original audio into that. You can extract that, usually like Canva, you could do that.
Buckle down and focus deeply on scholarship.
You could do B-roll and put a voiceover. Take corn salad. This is such a great side dish. You could also film the scene and do a voiceover later. But I didn't get there overnight. I got there one recipe at a time. One skill at a time. First thing I learned how to make was the Pioneer Woman. My favorite way to film videos for my business is B-roll videos, and then I clip them together later. The reason is I can like pretend this is my phone. I could film in public kind of quietly and not bring attention to myself. I don't like to be caught filming. It's embarrassing. And I'm not a content creator who like, hi, I'm Raven in public. It's just not me. So I really love B-roll, and then later I add voiceover. If you are to hire a videographer for your business, ask them to get tons of different clips, and then you could put those together in many different ways. So once you get a little bank of B-roll videos, you could reuse them for everything. That's why it's my favorite, and I definitely recommend that route for most business owners. So in the next video, I will share what equipment you need for your videos. Hope to see you soon.